Good morning, everybody. So I want to point your direction to this video right here because this is a replay of the live Zoom training that I did yesterday that literally walks you through the strategy that everyone here should be following. And it doesn't matter. Like, I know a lot of people are like, but I've got an e-commerce business or I've got a brick. It doesn't matter. And you'll see why it doesn't matter if you watch this video, okay? And right below it, Ibrahim is one of my rockstar students who has followed everything that I have taught you guys here in this program to a T. Look, for June of 2023, he only spent $665. He brought in $5,000 in revenue, and his client didn't have to make any content, sent cold DMs. He literally just made the 3 power content videos, the power pitch, and 1 messenger campaign. He says the same client who used to spend $2,000 on ads with $400 per booked call is now getting $2.20 a lead and $15 a call. Guys, my stuff works. It does not matter what industry you're in. There is zero reasons why anyone here should be stuck. We have plenty of ways to get my help, right? I'm about to do the Ask Laurel Q&A. This happens every single Friday at no particular time, but this is a resource that you can use in order to get personalized strategy throughout this program. There's no reason that anyone should be stuck. You can also attend the 2 live Zoom coaching calls that we have, which that was what we had yesterday. Yesterday's was huge. I literally went through the entire 3 missions step by step. I allowed you guys to ask questions. And so if you were stuck, there is absolutely zero reason for anyone to be stuck. I have given you guys resources to reach out to me. There are resources to attend live Zoom coaching calls. Guys, the only thing that's standing in your way is you, okay? For $7 a month, this is a steal. I have had people come to me and say, Laurel, I have paid $10,000 for Facebook ad support, and I didn't get the amount of support that I have in this program. And so I really want you guys to take advantage of this stuff. This is why I do it, okay? There's absolutely no reason for you to be stuck. As a matter of fact, if you start here where it literally says start here, you will see that there are 2 assignments, okay? In assignment number 2, which is watch the 3 missions video, right? And the get ready protocol, there's actually a prompt. Confused on how to do this? Like, here's a prompt. So I know if you're stuck and you're not using this prompt, I know that you haven't gone through the onboarding because we specifically have a prompt for you to use, okay? And all of the strategy documents are here that literally walk you through, like if we take this low ticket offer strategy doc, right? Mission number 1, power content. And it even lays out campaign objective video views, audience cold. So mission number 1 is power content. So you know to go into the program and say, oh, mission number 1 is power content. There's the power content. You go through the content, okay? Once you have this running, you're like, cool, mission number 2, top of funnel offer ads, and you're gonna use the low ticket offer strategy. So for mission number 2, I'm gonna go to offer ads, which is right here, and then I'm gonna pick the low ticket offer strategy for mission number 2. So low ticket offer, there we go. And then this is mission number 2. And then if you go to mission number 3, the ATM retargeting strategy, a lot of you guys were asking me about that yesterday on the call. It is right here in the program. Go to retargeting, the ATM retargeting strategy. So guys, it is all here. And this is not me fussing. I'm just being straightforward with you guys because everything that you guys need is here. Again, the only thing that's standing between you and success is yourself. Like, use these resources. I love every single one of you guys and I want everyone to have success. And that's why I built a high ticket program for just $7 a month. Everything here is a lot of the stuff that you'll find in a high ticket program. So every single week you want to be going through the featured section. This is where I post all of the important stuff, including the Ask Laurel thread. So I'm going to go ahead and kick things off with the Ask Laurel thread. Ivana says, hey Laurel, I'm going through your training right now and I'm thinking about what would be the best option for my 3 to 5 long videos. I'm a personal trainer who is running a 6-week body transformation boot camp for women. I am offering personal training sessions and also have an online community where I'm giving the opportunity to everyone from all over the world to do the same boot camp we're doing, but in the comfort of their home. I'm working with women only, and my approach is holistic. My question to you is, do you think that a 3 to 5 minute long interview with women from my community who got amazing results with my program would be a good idea for these 3 to 5 minute long videos? Yeah, you could absolutely use this. I typically use case studies like this or interviews for middle of funnel, but you could absolutely test these as power content videos. Like, I want you guys to just have fun with this program, and you don't have to do everything as I say. Everything in this program is what I've used to get success. And so I personally would use this as middle of funnel, but if you want to test it top of funnel, that's awesome too. Let's see, Jonah says power offer. Let's take a look at this. Love this program. That's where I heard about you. The recording Joel has of the training you did. Great stuff. Thank you. Yeah, he's talking about the Power Offer Workshop. If you guys haven't bought the Power Offer Workshop, underneath offer optimization, you could actually grab Joel's Power Offer Workshop. There's actually a bonus in there from me. And as a buyer of this, you can actually have me look at your power offers. Now, I just want to be like totally clear on this. A lot of you guys aren't doing this screenshot correctly, whereas Jonah has. When you're doing this screenshot to show proof of purchase, I want to see Joel's head right here, right? Because otherwise, if you just show me this, it could be anyone's Kartra login, right? So just wanted to point that out. So let's see, where is the, okay. So I see, so background, I'm a high-end one-on-one test prep tutor who specializes in working with high schoolers with learning differences. Ooh, I like this offer. My dream customer is a mother of a high schooler in a professional field who owns or manages her own practice, values education, believes her child can succeed. Awesome. This is a great summary of that ideal client. Attention parents of high schoolers with learning differences. If I offer to tutor your child to reach their dream ACT test score in 2 official exams with a program tailored to their exact learning preferences and needs, teaches them how to study for themselves, not just what to study, builds their confidence, improves them, they are capable of learning, doesn't discriminate, would you take me up on that offer? So this isn't bad. Like, I would test this, but one of the ways that I would actually make this even better, think about this, right? This is the mechanism that you're using, right? You're going to tutor their child, right? But what if you could actually say, you know, I am going to, you know, ensure that your child passes the ACT SAT in the first try or something like that, right? Like, any parent would be like, hell yeah, right? Sign me up. So I think that there's a couple of ways that you could actually beef this up, and because this is focused on what you're going to do to get the result. But I would also test one that's very results driven. Like, I'm sure you have probably numbers of averages of the amount of students that you've taught this to. You know, that, you know, on average, my students pass the ACT, SAT, or they get the score that they want on the first try or something like that, right? I think that would make this a lot stronger, but I think you should test this and then work on one that's more results based. Let's see. Phyllis says, I am deciding on conversion multiplier to do my 100 conversion assignments that you gave us on the call. I have a client that just graduated my program. She's down 30 pounds and over 34 inches. So I'm doing the reel as a power combo reel. Can the CTA take some type of hormone quiz my client took to see if hormones were keeping her stuck? Yeah, try it. I would say try it. I would say though that the roadmap that you use to get her this result would probably be a better, you'll probably get more conversations giving away the roadmap that this particular client used. But I would test the quiz, right? But I'm giving you an alternative. Let's see, Tracy says, what would you recommend to increase hold rate? So hold rate is getting people to watch throughout the first 15 seconds. If you have a great hook rate, like let's say you have a hook rate of 40%, which is what we want, and your hold rate sucks, that means that you didn't do a good job on the promise of value or the hook. I did listen to the 3 benchmarks you should be tracking, and you mentioned a few things, but wondering if you can expand on it. Yeah, so the hold rate is the percentage of people who are watching 15 seconds, right? Through 15 seconds. So that means, right, because what do I teach you guys that's at the first 15 seconds? Headline, promise of value. If they are not staying for 15 seconds, that means that your headline and promise of value wasn't strong enough. But what's important to note here is if you have a great hook rate, right, the amount of people who are stopping the scroll, but you have a lower hold rate, that doesn't mean that the topic wasn't good. It just means that the promise of value itself didn't hold them. Hey Laurel, I would love if you could have a look at my power offer. I have a Pinterest agency focused on ads for e-commerce. The Google Doc is accessible. Awesome. Let's take a look at this. Okay. I like this. I like this. Look at that. Let's see. E-com business owners ready to scale their business and don't want to rely on Facebook ads. If I offer to build a custom strategy to add Pinterest ads as a profitable sales channel within a week, boost ROAS from all of your other sales channels can start with as little as, it's okay. Like, this doesn't really, like, what exactly, like, people don't want to pay for you to build them something. They want to pay for you to deliver results, right? And so I want to know, like, this is enticing, can start for as little as $10 a day, but what is the direct result, right? What type of e-commerce business owners, right? Like 6-figure business owners or just starting e-commerce business owners. So I'll give you an example, right? So one of my private clients, he works with 7-figure e-commerce business owners. And so he's like, for e-commerce business owners who are already making 7 figures a month, if I gave you 4 emails that would deliver an additional 6 figures every 30 days, right? And then he's like, and without you having to run any more Facebook ads, would you take me up on that? Because it's using their existing customer list. So you see how very specific I am with that particular client? That's how specific I feel. So I'm not clear on who it's for, because this can mean, and I'll give you an example, right? Because if someone's just starting their e-commerce business, this might not work for them, right? So who is the ideal client on who this is for, right? That's why my client works with 7-figure e-commerce owners, because he can literally guarantee that the 4 emails that they're going to send is going to bring in an additional 6 figures every single month, because he's drawing in the right people that he can get results for. Let's see. Thomas says, hey Laurel, what does the testimonial video from the ATM strategy consist of? A testimonial. It's just a testimonial. If you go into the my page transparency, you can see some of the testimonial videos that clients have given to me. Let's see. Nicole says, hey Laurel, in the past I've ran engagement ads on my business page where the targeting set to US and it has brought in spam leads outside of the US, not like Canada or Europe, and they're cool and they engage or buy. No. Huh? And they're cool and they engage or buy. I'm stuck on that, but I'll just keep going. Started power content ads at $5 a day. It's been a slow month, 0 messages, but that's okay. We're getting started. I get it. Data needs to fill in. Playthrough has been at 15. And now today, bam, we're back to the same grade A weirdos all outside the US. Today are other areas asking that I do adult films. In the past, they'll send images of pointing their fingers like a gun. My offer is marketing related for photographers, and I'm about to do launching a podcast in 10 days. You could tell me to recheck my targeting. I have multiple times this has happened. Have you heard of this before? You could tell me to start a new page or account. I'll do that. I'm open. $500 a month spend is only cool, but it only targets who I asked for, and I'm convinced my ad account can't do that for me. So a couple of different reasons why sometimes the targeting is messed up. Sometimes most of the time in the past, I've had this experience with clients who have utilized growth strategies like paying for likes in other countries and stuff like that, like to get their page likes out. I've seen that happen, but I don't have enough context here to be able to see what's going on with this. I would also have to see the ad, right? Because targeting begins at the ad level, and so I would be curious to see what your targeting specifications are, and the actual ad. Those would be two things I would need to see here. But that would be my first question is, have you ever ran a like campaign and targeted other countries to build up your vanity metrics? Because that is the most common thing that leads to this type of thing. So, but like I said, I don't really have enough context. I would like to see the ad and the targeting that you're putting in. Let's see. Hey, Laurel, what does it mean if my power content video is meeting all of the KPI metrics, but I haven't had any comments on leads? It's been running for 5 days and 11 likes. Thanks. Yeah, if it's hitting KPIs, that's the main thing. That's what, and that's something that I explain in this video here. My first KPI that I want to happen with power content is getting 25% views. If you get comments, that is a bonus. That is what I would say is a bonus. So I would not touch this. I would move on to the next mission and come back, and you can optimize power content to get more conversations. But the most important thing is I want you guys to have the ecosystem up. Mission number 1, mission number 2, mission number 3. I want you guys to have that up as fast as possible. And in that video that I did yesterday, that Zoom training, I explained why. Let's see. Hey, Laurel, what's the best strategy for mortgage loan brokers? Attended the real estate agent strategy and was wondering if that's also a good strategy for my niche as well. For example, becoming the expert in one specific city, town, although I can live nationwide. It just depends. I really don't have enough context to be able to answer this question. What's the best strategy? I would say, mission number 1, mission number 2, mission number 3. That's the strategy for everybody. I would start with power content. I don't think you have to be a specific, mortgage loan broker in one town unless you want to. You can, absolutely. It's easier to become an expert in one small location. But the strategy is always going to be power content to cold, offer to cold, and then the retargeting. That everyone has those same 3 missions. Everyone's strategy is the same. It's just the tactical differences. But I would need to know, like, what is the offer? Like, are you running a funnel? I don't really have enough information to get really detailed with this. Let's see. Good day, Laurel. Could you take a look at my power offer, please? Hope I have the proof needed this time. Jules' course and copy coach attached. Perfect. Okay. Let's see. Okay. To add some background to my industry in Australia, we have an industry called NDIS, which is basically where people with a disability get funding to use different disability providers. So my target is not the person with the disability, but rather the providers themselves. I have been working in the disability sector for the last 16 years, have been a digital marketer for 13. I'm also a disability provider myself. I would like to sell them websites. When I get on a call, I convert really well because I can empathize where they're coming from. So I want to get them before they build their first website, because the website that they are being sold are complete trash and are not written in language that reflects the NDIS network, and I can't, which means they can attract their ideal client through a correctly constructed value proposition. Also, create the content for their website myself. I would actually do, this is such a very specific niche, I would work on getting 100 email addresses of all of the people in this industry. Like, but you still need this, right? You still need this, but I would try some direct outreach on this, like on whether it's like LinkedIn or I don't normally recommend direct outreach, but I think you're gonna get better results tracking down all of these people who are NDIS providers. And there's probably an easy way to get that database, but this is important to get, because like when you reach out to them, right, this is the language you're going to want to use. So let's take a look at this. New NDIS disability providers that need their first website. If I offer to build you a website in the next 14 days that will attract your ideal participants from just one 30-minute discovery call, content written for you by an industry expert with more than 16 years operating in the disability sector, websites that help you build trust with participants and support coordinators, and without you having to deal with any risky So one of the things that I feel like you should be able to, because you have your own website, I would say if I offer to build you a website in the next 14 days that on average attracts, X amount of leads every 30 days. You can swipe my content that I have personally used in my 16 years operating as a, blah, blah, blah. I have now, built over, X amount of websites for other disability providers. And you never have to deal with any, unqualified, poor quality officer or designers. And then I like this. That's the way that I would rewrite this. You want, I think on average, attracts, because you have the data. You've been doing this a really long time. I think you could be a little bit punchier. That you're essentially, like, you have to think about this too. You're essentially handing them off your business model, right? It's already done for them. Like, all they have to do is plug their stuff into yours and then use your own social proof in order to say, hey, on average, it does this. That's what I would do. This is going to work awesome on direct outreach. That's going to be so freaking cool. So good job, Greg. Let's see, Talita says, hey Laurel, I've been running power content ads for 4 weeks, and to give you some context, I've had 12 Facebook comments from my value bomb, only 2 have seen my message and haven't engaged in a conversation, and I've had 18 Instagram comments from my value bombs. 5 have seen my messages, and only 2 have replied, but also not engaged in a conversation. I've been leading the message with an open-ended question. Yeah, that's the main mistake right here. You never start a conversation with an open-ended message, ever. I don't ever start a conversation with prospects with an open-ended question. Never do that. Follow my framework. If you go into the program, Lanyap Workshop Vault, and under this short video strategy gets my private clients 100 plus. I just uploaded this. This is a training I did for my Lean on Laurel students. But look, you could actually watch me go over my messenger framework. Yeah, don't ever use open-ended questions. I've been leading the message with my solvable problem was to see how many conversations I need. My goal is to generate sales, but this strategy has not been working for me. Yeah, because you're using open-ended questions and you're not giving it enough time. 4 weeks is not enough time. 90 days, and you have to have the whole ecosystem up. Like, you cannot just rely on power content. Guys, people in my Lean on Laurel program, I make them get up this entire ecosystem strategy. Like, they are doing their power content ads, their offer ads, and retargeting all in 7 days. Y'all are taking like 4 weeks to do one thing. You cannot judge a strategy by only doing one thing. That would be like, expecting to lose weight by just, going to the gym every day, but not necessarily doing the right things, right? You need to do the whole strategy, right? It's like going to the gym, but not dieting, adding dieting into your routine, right? I'm about to set up my power offer ads. I'm a little confused as to what my CTA and funnel should be. I'm following the DCA strategy to sell my 12-week online course. My question is, should the ad have a button that goes straight to Messenger? If how, so how do I convert to a sell there? Or should I go? Yeah, you need to watch this training. I go over that entire thing here. Entire thing right here. And it's going to explain whether you need a funnel, messenger, conversation, and all that stuff. Like, and I know you guys asked the questions before this training, but seriously, please take the time to watch this training, because I go all of the little nuances that you guys have missed before. I go over in detail. Let's see. Heather says, hi, total newbie here, learning so much already. I was watching a Conversations Over Coffee recording where you said you made $200,000 in your first year organically. My heart sank a little. Not that you were so successful. I'm delighted for you. That is so cool. I haven't managed to grow past a hobby business organically, despite my clients raving about me and the majority of them being repeat customers. My question is, does what you teach work for those of us who haven't managed to nail organic momentum yet? No, you have to. You have to nail organic content, because paid ads are just organic content with money on it. But the thing is I've given you guys the $5 strategies that's going to accelerate you being able to master organic. These days, right now, I would not solely rely on organic, but I do recommend that you guys go through the organic foundations right here. This is literally how I mastered organic. And then right here, it says turbocharge this organic strategy with $5 ads. Guys, I have packed a lot of valuable content in this program. A lot. But yeah, I would nail the organic. So I would start with the organic foundations and then using $5 ads, because it's going to accelerate, right? Because here's the thing. I made $200,000 in my first year, but I could have probably made my first $1 million if I would have used that $5 ad strategy that I have right here. I would have accelerated. If I would have taken my own advice that I give to other people, right? Because I was running ads for other people, but not for myself. If I would have done what I was doing for other people, I would have gotten where I am a lot faster. Let's see. Keely says, "Hey Laurel, here's a link to my power offer with a screenshot. I was on Thursday's call and found it to be very helpful." Awesome. I love it. See? There we go. Okay. So individuals who have experienced significant loss and are seeking emotional healing and renewed hope. Okay. "I will help you achieve emotional healing and renewed hope within 8 weeks, paving the way for..." No, this is, so a good offer is always going to have a result, a time frame, and a mechanism. You have the time frame, but it's very long, right? 8 weeks is a really long time. Is there something that you can help them do in the next 7 days that's going to make them feel better? I'm not saying completely healed, but is there a way that you can promise them that they're going to start to feel better within the first 7 days? So if you go into the offer optimization and watch this video, here's a video walking you guys through how I broke my unique mechanism down into 5 different power offers. That might help you a little bit, but this right here is just unclear, right? Individuals who have experienced significant loss and are seeking emotional healing and renewed hope. That's not so bad. I mean, it's kind of, it kind of makes you think about who this is for. So I think this could be a little bit clearer, but this needs to be, it needs to say, what is the direct result, right? Like this means nothing. Paving the way for a brighter future filled with, that means nothing. That is just, that's just kind of like fluffy love and light type language, which there's nothing wrong with, but when you're trying to sell an offer, we have to get very, very specific. Renewed hope is not very clear. Emotional healing really isn't that clear. I mean, it's kind of clear. So I think you should work on this one sentence promise. Like, I wouldn't work on the whole thing. I would really focus on the result, a shorter time frame, and a specific mechanism. Like, how are you doing this? Through meditation? Are you doing it through yoga? Are you doing it through naturopathic medicine? I think there's a lot missing here. So I would work on that one sentence for now. Let's see. Are there replays for the Zoom calls? Oh my gosh, guys, if you go here, replays all the time, right here. You'll always find all the replays. As a matter of fact, yesterday I pinned this one because it's so important. And you've heard me say this throughout this live, how important watching this video that we did yesterday. Super important. I'm going to keep saying it. You guys always ask for replays. I'm like, they're in the program. And I'm not making fun of Sabrina or anything. I'm just, they're here. If you guys just take 5 minutes and just walk through. I bet you a lot of you guys have never even visited the Lanyap section, and you're missing out on so many awesome things. Like, so many awesome things. Like, this ad troubleshooting and optimization section is so important. Like, look at all of the stuff. Like, the 3 metrics that'll allow you to tap into Facebook's highest quality traffic. Here's how to test, troubleshoot, test new ad angles, 3 ways to fix ads that aren't working, the step-by-step to building better creatives for your ad campaigns. Guys, I bet you half of you guys have not even gone here. Like, there are so many amazing trainings here. How to close more calls. A lot of you guys asked me about that. Like, everything low ticket. Lots of cool stuff here. Let's see. Power offer. Who is this for? Coaches and experts who want to consistently generate $10,000 to $20,000 per month. If I offer to create or optimize and launch your high ticket coaching offer in 7 days or less. It's all right. It just sounds like every other offer. It's okay. Like, I mean, it's just, I would say this is a C. It's got all of the elements of the power offer, but it's something that everyone else is offering. What makes your way of doing this different? That's what I would ask myself, is what makes your way different? But like I said, you could probably run this and it'll do okay. My main concern though is competition. And that's why like having a unique mechanism in order to do things is going to be it's going to work better in your favor. Let's see, Lachelle says, retargeting question. I have a pixel on my page that will allow me to follow them after they land on the sales page. When setting them up, how do you get around the fact that you now can only use approved domain names they're actually about to get, if yours is a bit.ly link. Don't use bit.ly links. Facebook actually does not allow you to use bit.ly links. Most of the time they reject those ads. Some people can get away with it, but most of the time bit.ly links get rejected. But here's the thing. Facebook's about to get rid of this approved domain thing. You can still retarget people off of an unverified domain as long as the pixel is there. Just keep in mind that people who've opted out of iOS, the update will not be retargeted. But for the most part, the pixel still works. Like, not many people, like, they literally have to say, I do not want to be pixeled as a setting in their iPhone. That's the only difference. But otherwise, Lachelle, I wouldn't worry about it. You're still gonna be able to retarget most of those people. I don't see that as a problem. Let's see. Hawa says, when I first started and knew better, I bought fake Facebook followers. Ah, no. Does anyone know how this will affect my ads? Yes, it will bring poo-poo results. Let's see. Who was the one that was saying this a while ago, that her targeting was like being all like this? Guys, this right here is exactly what I'm talking about. This causes this, the weirdos and everything, because like when you buy fake followers, they get thrown into your retargeting ecosystem, and it makes it really, really hard to get past. It makes it really hard to run retargeting ads. It just makes it really, really hard. It sucks. I've had to like redo so many ad accounts and Facebook pages. It's ridiculous. If I block all the fake followers, will this have an impact? Maybe. They've still engaged with your page, unfortunately. All the fake followers are like from India, Middle East, or China. Yikes, and not my ideal client. Yeah, unfortunately, it's really, really hard to undo this. You can try blocking all of them. It's a painful process. Usually when I get a client like this, I don't want to waste time doing that. I usually just have them start from scratch, unfortunately, and I hate telling people that. But anyway, so make sure, I want to recap, make sure that you guys watch this video. I have pinned it in the featured section. This is the live Zoom call that I did yesterday on the ads ecosystem. I cannot stress enough how important coming to these calls and getting clarity on how to use this program. And if you go to How to Get Laurel's Help, there are instructions on how to use the Ask Laurel thread, okay? There are instructions on how to attend the live Zoom trainings. And here are the replays, okay? Take 5 minutes and just kind of go through the entire program. You're going to see there is so much stinking value in this program. Like I said, half of you guys have probably never even ventured into the Lanyap section, which for those of you guys who are like, how the hell do you say that name? It's called Lanyap. And here in South Louisiana, it means in Cajun, a little something extra. And so there's a lot of cool extras right here for you guys. But as always, if you need my help, use the Ask Laurel weekly Q&A, which is what I just did. There's no set time for it. I just do them on Fridays, usually Friday mornings, like I'm doing right now while I'm having my coffee. But just know I am here. Like, I love every single one of you guys. I want everyone to be successful. Guys, once you get to a point where you never have to worry about where your next client's coming from, I cannot express how fucking awesome it feels. And I want you guys, all of you guys, to feel the same way that I do every single morning when I wake up. Like I said, I love all of you guys. Please use the resources I give you. Don't argue with people don't ask questions like, does this work for this? It works for everybody. I've worked with restaurants. I have worked with brick and mortar. I have worked with lawyers. I have been in marketing since 2002. That is a long ass time. That is over 20 years of marketing experience. There is not a niche that I have not seen this work for, okay? So don't come into the Facebook group asking, well, does this work for me? Does it, like, in the time that you typed that post, you could have executed one of the strategies and started to get data. And I'm going to end this with, it's not 90 days to success. It is 90 days to data that we need to analyze in order to build a more successful plan. A lot of you guys are not giving it 90 days. You're impatient. Guys, I have been doing this for 5 years, my own business for 5 years. This did not happen overnight. A lot of you guys have unrealistic expectations, and you really need to understand that, yes, the market is saturated, but it is saturated with a lot of people that don't want to do work. And so for those of you guys who are willing to put in the work and actually do the things that I have laid out in this program, you have a massive advantage. Every single person listening to this Zoom call right now has an advantage. It is not as saturated as you think. The market is full of people who are not wanting to do the work. Be the person that wants to do the work, and you